Matt Prater ready to get this one going. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air with Smith. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Second and 3 now. Now Smith. Completes this one to Gray. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Rolling out to his left. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff running left. Walker. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Dadrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Omaha. 2-2.
First play, Murray's letting it rip. That pass is complete to McBride. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Cardinals 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he has it down to the 30 before going out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 now from the 30.
2-2. 1-1.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
1-1.
Second down, he takes the option right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Trying to run it in, Connor. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Thought he had a touchdown there. So they'll be left with third and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Buckle up, it's third and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Facing fourth down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. McManus sends it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go.
Staying with Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be third down and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Chance to move the chains here on third and 4.
Here we go,
Running with Walker again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, we go to
This time it's a passing play. It's caught Metcalf. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
sit.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10 from the 41.
Hard. 1 hut. 2 hut.
From the gun, it's Murray. This is hauled in by Weaver. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go. Hey.
First and 10, Murray. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Arizona. Matt Prater for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cardinals push their lead to 3. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Smith. Gets everything he has under this throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
This is Walker on 2nd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Smith in the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his man Gray. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing this back in the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
They give up the gut to Walker. Room to run inside the 20. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Returns looking good so far. And he's all the way up across the 40 before heading out of bounds.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You can see it right off the snap. They got a really good read on where that was designed to go. Having that extra defensive back, that nickel coverage, so critical on that interception. Give that defensive coordinator some credit. Had the right plan, the right personnel. These guys on the field made the right play.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage.
Touchdown, Seattle! Myers to add the PAT. And the kick is good. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Murray on the play fake. Chased out to his right. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, he's got a pick. He's now got a sack. I know we don't have hat tricks like hockey or soccer, but if he can recover a fumble before the game ends, why don't we invent a new stat and consider a defensive hat trick or something like it?
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain, and now a much more manageable 3rd and 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Kyler looking to throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. Tyler Lockett deep for the Seahawks. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. Walker on 1st down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Smith setting the throw. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Walker. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Dadrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running left, here's Walker. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, hey.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Keytrell Clark picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
1st and 10 now from the 30. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals pushing for a late spark before halftime. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back now, pressure on its way. He sends this one to the end zone. They connect on the deep shot. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Prater ends the PAT. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the ground with Walker. Escapes a defender. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives it up past the 45. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. It's Walker on the give. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Gets this to Fant. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
He doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Looking. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Throw on 3rd down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Max Melton with the INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Green.
Murray here on 1st down. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Throwing here, Murray. McBride hauls it in. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jaron Reed.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He put everything he had into this one. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage of this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He's going to push one deep. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Reek Woolen with the INT. He's out in the clear. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Walker running to the right. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. On the carry, it's Walker. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down. For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Myers' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. We'll have them gain about a handful there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Trying again, Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves him a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Here we go, hey.
Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 on the play, and it sets him up 2 yards short on 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right, decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Trying for it, it's Walker. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals can retake the lead as they tie it up here. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Walker running right. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. So we're through 3 here. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
On third down, Walker. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard that time, partner, so this is going to bring up 4th down and 5. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. Wow, haven't seen this one before. Fair catch at the 2. Would have thought they would have let that one bounce into the end zone, but they're going to start backed up against their own goal. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Kyler throwing here. Half pass is complete to McBride. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's got him. That's McBride. Get some space around midfield. Has room down the left sideline. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead to 7. Trey McBride, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns, too, just like he showed off.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. 13 next.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
13 next.
Running with Walker again. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. The give now to Walker. Oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. Musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Here we go.
They give up the gut to Walker. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he gets this forward to the 19. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks down by only 2 in the 4th. Extremely important moment here for the Seahawks as they go for 2.
Hey, here we go, hey.
He's throwing for it. He has it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31.
2-2.
Running to start this drive with Connor. Broke through the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seeing him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line, well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Come on. What?
Play action now, Murray. Taking a deep shot here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back to throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have some new life in the fourth.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks take a fourth quarter lead. Geno Smith with a touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. The fact that they pulled that out on a first and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did. And I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, and the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go. And that group certainly was.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals losing by 4. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Buys time, rolling right. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Arizona. He'll look to throw it. This throw is cut. And in for the Arizona touchdown. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Now Prater on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks have taken the lead late. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Easy. One more. Hunt. What you got?
Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it at the 30. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals jump in front late. Trey McBride, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Now Prater on to send it away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's Smith. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Smith in the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. Locates Lockett along that sideline, and he's got it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Smith. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals make the play that should win them this game. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if you were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. Yeah. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air. And you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Connor. And he's able to push this ahead to around the 27. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's got it at the 24. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Hey, Turner! Tuesday! Listen up!
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Cardinals fight to a win here at home. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but they're